There is no other pleasure quite like the game of golf. Few experiences compare to driving a ball to its destined hole, soaring through the air across the green, where cold beer and camaraderie await.
I was a baseball player, and that's what I wanted to do. Is my dream was to become a Major League Baseball player. But my dad took me to one of the local municipal tracks, just a 9-hole course. I realized that day is when I fell in love with golf. It was kind of an argument with my dad. I wanted to pick up golf, and he said, no, baseball's what you're gonna do. And I'm glad that I did that, but golf was really my passion looking back.
I was like maybe an early to mid teenager. Somehow I found some golf balls. I have no idea where or how. I just had this desire to go out and try to hit them. I had seen some of it on TV, you know, and so I found some kind of metal rod of some sort to start hitting, and I kind of liked it. I'd hit them in the yard, just kind of messing around when I was bored. About 17 years old, I decided to buy my first set of clubs.
When I was growing up, I've always been an athlete. I've always been into sports, and I didn't really play much golf. It wasn't until I moved to Texas that I kind of really fell in love with the game. And I would say it was not even so much the game, but just the camaraderie really around it.
You know, I think one of the things about golf that makes it just sort of transcend time and come across all levels of golfers and all ages is there's so many ways to play golf and compete. You can compete against yourself, personal challenge. You can compete against the golf course to see if you can get your best score that day. You can play it in all elements, whether it's great weather, windy weather, rainy weather, cold weather. It's still a sport that works for all.
The game we know and love was preserved from 15th century Scotland and carried through to today, much like many of golf's traditions. Avid golfers strive to keep the history and culture of golf as traditional as possible, while exploring modern ways to improve play.
So I believe that the aspects of golf that can be improved upon are capacity and access into the game. I think it can be done through a modern, more engaging, simplistic, and fun way.
So when we think about the modernization of golf, we're not really looking to change the game. The game is really rooted in its integrity, and what we're trying to do is really improve the experience of all the players. It's how can we provide better access to golfing, whether that's finding a tee time that's out there quicker, organizing your group of friends, to then making the game more enjoyable. It's how can you determine and find out where you're currently at while you're playing.
Golf enthusiasts are enhancing golfers' experience on the course through a dynamic digital app. Unknown Golf is revolutionizing golf by creating a seamless experience. Through its digitalization efforts and easily accessible app, players can focus on what they truly came to the course for, the game.
I think that the Unknown Golf app allows the game to be a lot more fun and a lot more engaging in a really simplistic way. It's not any more difficult than keeping score on the scorecard itself. In fact, I would argue that it's a lot easier. But I think it adds to the community and the camaraderie and the competition of the game, because it's not just about me and my game. It could be about me and the other 3 that I'm playing in my foursome with. It could be about me and the other 4 foursomes that are playing that day. I think it grows the possibilities and the fun within the game of golf.
How we approach it first is we want to make our platform accessible via multiple different channels. You can download a physical app. You can use your web browser to access it. It's available on your phone, your iPad, any kind of tablet device, computer.
Unknown Golf goes beyond the individual player experience by enhancing group activities for friends and clubs through its AI-powered interface. Tourneys, events, and outings become simple with the all-in-one application.
The ease of setup, the intellectual nature of how you guide yourself through it is really great. The way we make the interface so easy for the players to use, to be able to just click a link or scan a QR code to be able to get to their scoring and immediately put them into their scorecard. Their scoring is really easy with just a plus or a minus button to adjust their score as they need and save and move on. A live leaderboard so players know where they stand.
Our AI validation is going to go through and it's going to check your event and let you know if there's any potential issues, or setups that are not necessarily common. You may want to have those changes in place, but it's really just going to highlight them and tell you that this is not a typical configuration, notifying you ahead of time so that way your players know that it's a quality event that's going to be set up and go off without a hitch.
I would hope that where Unknown Golf can go in the future is that we grow the game of golf, we bring more people to the game of golf. But the most important thing is that we're creating communities where people can have camaraderie, competition, and just grow their passion for the game themselves.
Ready to experience a seamless game of golf? Visit www.unknowngolf.com.